Okay, I don't have a radio show, of course, but we're on YouTube, and so in effect we all have our own personal radio program, a platform upon which to pontificate and wax eloquent, to confront adversaries, real and imagined. I can only say my simplistic ideas again and again and again. I can't really do better than what I've already done. I'm really repeating myself. But Brendon is getting ever more cocky and ever more confrontational and ever more condescending, and I saw his latest words. I don't care to watch his videos, but I saw his latest video. I read the description and I just at random, more or less, copied a part of it, and I put it on Notepad and looked at it word for word. And he says, capitalists, quote, can't even tolerate a little bit of dissent. And first of all, right there, he's assuming to know what's in the minds of capitalists. Whether he's talking about an elite class of a few individuals that control society, or whether he's talking about the butcher and the baker, the candlestick maker, and the maker of beer, small beer companies and large beer companies. The majority of businesses are small. The majority of businesses are small. I'm going to say it again. The majority of businesses are small. The economy is driven to a large extent by individuals who start their own businesses in the effort to earn a profit, to produce a product or service profitably, and they are compelled to provide, in most cases, a worthwhile product. I believe the fault seen in capitalism by Karl Marx and his followers is actually a fault in the hearts and minds and soul of humanity, and not capitalism itself. But he says capitalists can't even tolerate a little bit of dissent because they know we are right, quote unquote. This is on his video where he talks about profits, and I believe it's part 2, talking about profits. Well, we do tolerate quite a bit of dissent in the West, quite a bit, in contrast to places like Red China and the former Soviet Union, where dissent was opposed with violence and prison and death. Yet, the Marxists, instead of going to the utopian paradise of Red China, they prefer to stay here. Now that should tell you something. They want to stay here and save all the dummies from the slavery of capitalism, rather than going to Red China or the Soviet Union and all working together and singing their national anthem as they march off to work in the state-owned factory. They stay here, they stay in Europe, they stay in the West, and attack the foundations of our society. And of course they're not well received by most people, and of course they're not welcomed with smiles from businessmen who see that some outsider has moved into town and has gotten the ear of the workforce of his company and began to agitate for better working conditions. In a lot of cases this works out well for the workers. The businessman is pressured to provide better working conditions. So, in a sense, the Marxists, with their labor union activism, has helped a little bit, and it has hurt a little bit, because now we can't produce the same quality at the same price as a communist country like Red China can, and thus we go to Walmart and buy goods today that are made in a Chinese sweatshop.